talking. Like,
I'm so happy right now because Adam is so fucking mad. Oh no, that's the bad one.
You suck.
See,
You're the
you
worst.
always,
Okay.
What'd
you
you do?
always
This one-
yell at us. Always.
Well,
Okay,
that gives me
yell at
carte
me.
blanche to say this. You're a faggot.
no.
I hate the Eagles. No, too bad.
Oh,
You already ruined it. You already ruined it. It's your fault. You ruined it. I don't even care.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's a
No, it
Yes,
does.
it does.
Yes,
it does.
Oh, I don't
It does.
know.
It does
Okay,
tonight.
I'll believe you.
It
does
does tonight.
tonight.
It does tonight.
does tonight.
I'm so mad about football and whatever.
Dude, okay.
I hate the Giants.
You're mad
I'm
about
over
football. But like Haiti is like, okay, be mad about football, by the way. Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is signing with the Eagles. But more importantly, Haiti is, this is happening in Haiti. And there's a gang leader named Barbecue who is allegedly the most powerful person in Haiti, and the U.S. is evacuating. So let's talk about that.
Sound like
Yeah,
dude. Discuss.
What do you think
No,
human
it's
tastes
pig.
like? Chicken? Are we
Pig.
chickeny or are we beefy?
No, I think we're called long pig, right? That's like the slang.
Yeah, it is long
What the
pig.
fuck?
That phrase comes from I think Papua New Guinea, maybe, but they definitely use it in Papua New Guinea. But yes, human meat is called long pig, which is
I
scary.
like pig.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
apparently
like
barbecue-
Pig's really good.
Barbecue
like
makes
pork,
sense, I guess.
allegedly.
Just don't eat the brain, and you're fine. I think that's the rule.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
heard.
yeah, I think if you get, I think, well, the reason why they used to have like in certain religions, I don't want to say
Yeah,
Bible
health nut.
verses, but
Let's
there's
go.
like a better
Tell
word.
us.
Yeah, there's a better word for it. But basically, like the reason why, like I think it's Jewish people don't eat pork is because you used to get trichinosis if you ate pork. But now, obviously, nowadays we're able to like cook and season the pig correctly to make sure that way you don't get.
Yeah,
sick.
now you get a Haitian man cooking over you as a fucking you're being
Yeah.
spit roasted in Haiti somewhere,
As-
which is psychotically hilarious.
So somebody
does
was
this
talking
look
about
any different than most cities, though? Like, there's some parts of cities that look like Haiti. You know what I mean?
I thought it was when I first saw it.
If
to be
you've been
honest,
to
the
New
video,
York, you know.
I thought it was Chicago. When
guys.
I first saw the video.
It looks like East St. Louis to me.
It's
dude.
like,
Yeah,
damn, the
yeah.
White Sox are gonna have a tough year this year.
Look, we can say
I thought it was a video of the George Floyd riots. To be honest, I thought
Was
Probably
this
went
summer
back in time.
2020 or Haiti right now? I can't tell the difference.
guys, nobody was getting eaten that time.
Yeah, how you
Oh,
know the
what's up?
difference?
How do
Yeah,
you know?
is it-
Whoa! How do you know that?
Yeah.
How do you know there weren't motherfuckers eating motherfuckers out there?
I mean,
No,
there
this
might
is how
have
you know
been,
the
but there
difference
weren't any
between-
reports of it.
Difference between Haiti
Okay,
2023
all right.
or what year is it? 24? What year is this?
2024.
2024.
It's the year Saquon Barkley got traded or that went to the Eagles.
Shut up, Luke! I forgot about it. I got on the cannibal guy, and now I'm back in the Saquon. By the way, I'm burning his jersey in September. Tune in for a video for that. But that's irrelevant to this.
Quick.
I forgot what I was gonna say about the fucking barbecue guy because I'm so mad at the Giants thing again.
You
God
said
damn
it was 20. Is this summer?
Oh yeah, right.
2024?
You know, you tell the difference between 2020 America and 2024 Haiti. Not as many pride flags in 2024 Haiti.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah, so apparently they don't like to eat faggots there or something. I don't know.
Not as many white liberals that join this protest.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
true.
Oh!
Actually, that's how you know
Did you
it's
see that
worse
fucking
than-
article? Hold on. You see that article with that white liberal lady? Fuck, I should have
No.
saved this for us. Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna paraphrase it, but essentially, she's like, I'm sick of all the like stereotypes against black men and stuff like that. So she goes to Haiti to prove that like she's not like that's not true, and then she gets raped on a rooftop for like 3 days, and then she's like, it was my fault though. You know, I sympathize better with my with my
Because
brothers
I'm
and
white.
sisters of
You
color.
know what?
It was a crazy article.
Yeah.
I will give it to
I saw
her
that.
if you are that dedicated to your ideology that you'll take a man. You're not supposed to say the R word on YouTube.
That's
but-
like the principles libertarians have for like why we should have open borders. They take it to
Yeah,
the
what-
full fucking extreme.
why you should allow drug or fucking drug addicted hobos into fucking public schools.
Dude, they were
That-
talking about it today. They were talking about.
Dude, they won't shut
I
up
have no
about it.
problem. I have no problem taking Haitian immigrants in today.
They
it's
do
like-
it.
Yeah.
Well,
Do
like,
it.
to the United States, not into
Oh,
their homes, obviously.
okay.
So like,
Well,
there's
they're
I don't see a
coming.
problem
They're
with
here.
that, and it's like, they're- please.
Oh, you
please
did.
come.
I saw that. I saw that tweet actually,
Oh,
Luke,
no.
that you tweeted.
Yeah, Oh, which one?
It was the
I've
one
been
where they
tweeting
were
a
like
lot.
basically talking about how like we should not allow like what's happening in Haiti is fucked up, but I don't have a problem with bringing them
Yeah.
here. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
Dude.
okay.
Well, there's a
That's
lot
why I
of
was
people
like, we're in
there that
clown
are just
world.
victims, but like
That's
they're
not
not going
the
to vet them.
point.
And
That's
they're
That's
not
not
gonna-
the
everywhere
point.
ever for every single conflict.
Yeah,
is victims.
like that's
yeah, we know.
That's not, yeah, that's not the point. And it's like it's not so much that it's like all of Haiti is the problem. Like that's not the point that people are making. It's like if you live with that amount of like, look, just to be quite honest, if you live with that amount of violence in your daily life, you are not. It's very difficult to be a normal human being, or at least a normal human being in a first world country that has running water everywhere, and you don't have to eat other people. Like it's just,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
just
You know,
different.
Are you trying to take barbecue's job away, Luke?
Yeah, my bad.
The perfect
I'll immigrate
example
there and
of
take
this,
his job.
Like watch
try
what
pig.
happens when you take like people born in America, raised in America, join the military to serve their country. They go to like an 8-month stint into some war-torn country, and then they come back and try to assimilate back to America. It's fucking hard for them to assimilate.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's like
hard as
it's like
fuck.
people who go to prison, right? I mean, the only thing
Yes.
they know is living in prison. So what do they want to do? They want to go right back to prison as soon as they get out.
Because
And
it's
I mean,
so
it's
difficult.
right. It's hard to assimilate back into that kind of culture where you're not violent and not, worried about dropping the soap.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's the thing. It's difficult for military members that have never seen a day of combat in their life to assimilate back into the United States civilian population. That's why there's such a high degree in today's military of suicides. Like it's just, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this shit. That shit's fucking.
Oh, that
That
was
was-
funny.
This is related.
That was it was. Yeah, it was funny. Like I was
Yeah,
gonna be
so
like,
Joe
it's not
Rogan-
funny, but it's funny.
We're gonna go back to
Never
this, but let's before we get off Haiti, like let's talk about Haiti for a minute
Yeah.
first.
Go
Sorry to go
ahead.
back here, but like
History.
yeah, so this situation is insane, and like it really shows like patronage politics at play. Like this guy, Jimmy, this dude, nicknamed Barbecue, he says his mom gave him the nickname, and then other people are saying he's eating people. The problem, like, you don't really know what's going on in situations like this
Yeah.
where it's chaos.
What's the saying go? Once the legend becomes fact, print the legend, or whatever the fuck. What's the
Yeah.
quote? you know what I'm saying?
Something like that.
Yeah.
And
Who cares?
and to
It's
be
an awesome
quite
name.
honest, and to be quite honest, like this is a comedy podcast, so I'm gonna take
Yeah.
this fact.
Yeah. I mean, are
His
we
name is
ignoring the
Barbecue
fact
because he eats long pig? Like
that he looks like
right.
a fucking Cobra Commander right hand man? Like, are you kidding me?
this is Coney 2020. This is Haiti's version of Coney 2024 or 2012, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's
Coney, you remember
2012.
Coney?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is Haiti's
that
version.
one was like,
I was just
Child
thinking about that
soldiers
recently.
and not
had-
eating people. Oh no!
You had- Yeah, you had like white libs in my high school in 2012 sharing that Coney stuff on Facebook in
Dude, that shit
right, I
2012.
remember that.
Well,
And then
okay,
It was
like-
all psyop. It was all psyop.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. So that I'm glad that you mentioned that because I kind of wanted to get to this too. Is there a psyop angle to this? Because we know that the U.S. had
absolutely.
a heavy hand in like even when it comes to the cannibal stuff. Like I know it's
Mm.
funny, but like, do you think that's kind of like setting up the narrative for like regime change? That's kind of what.
Oh,
I'm asking.
absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
I think everything's a psyop.
Okay,
Everything
but let's
No.
we see right now is a psyop. One
Can
of
we
us,
just-
psyop. One of
Sam,
you guys,
obviously.
Can
It's
we
obviously
just-
Sam. and
Well,
he's doing a terrible
what
job
I'm about
at
to
it. But,
say
like,
might make you guys think I am. Would Haiti be better if we ruled it?
Fair enough. Well, you don't know. I think Typo's a psyop here because he's
Yeah, I was
saying,
gonna
"No,
say.
we should regime change." He's throwing out the JQ all the time. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make these motherfuckers look horrible."
Typo
all
DMs
I'm
us
saying
later.
is-
He's like, "You guys want to kidnap a governor? Like, I think it'd be a good idea."
So what do you guys think
Yeah,
about
I mean, like,
releasing- He's like, what do you guys think about releasing a dirty bomb in Pittsburgh? He's like, what do you guys think about it? It's like, I don't
Or
know,
he,
Typo. It's kind of excessive.
He's like, "You guys live on the East Coast, don't you? Like, we can get away with it. You guys aren't.
No.
You guys are 5 hours away from each other."
The next anti-war rally, if Typo comes up, he's like, "That Capitol always looked nice. I think we should just like go in and visit. Like, I'm sure they won't mind."
And everybody,
capital.
everybody sees Typo, and he's like shorter than everybody else, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, like I agree with him. He's a nice guy. Like, let's just follow Typo into the
I'm
Capitol."
assuming.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice
the little
boy.
Jewish looking dude. He's
They-
harmless.
Fucking hell.
Dude.
That's true. No, I think it is a psyop. I think you're right. I think it. Well, I think.
Well, okay,
I think
how is it a
can be
psyop?
used. I think it can be used to, further.
So the way that
I
they
don't know,
present,
regime
the way that the
change.
media presents anything, no matter when you present something, if you present something, you're doing it like you're putting a spin on it. If you're talking about it, like the minute
Yeah, they have an
just-
agenda.
You have a narrative. You have an agenda. Yeah.
right? Like there's always a narrative, no matter if you agree with the narrative or not. There's always a narrative. Like there's never
Yeah,
not a
the
narrative.
narrative that I
Humans
saw
involved.
was a Haitian dude eating a leg, a
Well,
human leg.
I-
I didn't
I
even
mean,
see
I
an
almost
article. I just saw
doubt-
a video
Fighting guerrilla
Of a
warfare is
dude
very hungry.
grabbing a leg out of fire and chomping on it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like,
I don't know
dude,
if that
I mean,
was
I
from
bet it's
this
not
year
happening that much.
or if it just got pulled. Like it was from a different. It could be from like a complete. It could be from Africa. I have no
Yeah.
idea where this video is from.
It could be from.
But it started
Papua
getting
New
shared during the Haiti event going on here.
Yeah,
so
I
just
mean,
assumed
like-
that it's right and didn't question
And
it.
his name's Barbecue.
It happens. It's not
It
that
all adds
crazy
up,
that
guys.
cannibalism happens because it's
Check.
happened on every continent. Like Christianity in Europe ended cannibalism mostly, but like it's happened everywhere. But this guy, dude, like I know that there's the idea of like thinking about a psyop, and there's probably some sort of serious like CIA involvement in this. But this guy was a police officer. He was expelled in 2018 for a number of horrific
For eating
crimes.
people.
Apparently, dude, he killed like 71 people. Like this
And
guy's a
ate-
monster.
Yeah, he got
killed-
71 bodies before he got fired. It's pretty good. They're like,
And, like,
all right,
apparently-
dude. Sorry, barbecue, but your 71st body is too much. you gotta
We
resign.
told you to
Well, they
stop
didn't-
at 70. It was okay.
Listen,
71?
He did this,
Too much.
and he didn't even get fired. Or no, I'm sorry, he got fired. He didn't get arrested. They
Not
just
bad.
fired him.
It's not bad. Talk about fucking qualified immunity. Goddamn.
7 women raped, 400 homes burned down. Like they just like attacked.
This
another-
guy's like his own Vietnam fucking like squad burning down villages, dude. This guy's like his own one-man wrecking crew. It's crazy.
It reminds me of General Butt Naked and those other things from Africa like years ago. I think the Liberian Civil War had like the craziest names, and then there are guys that are like absolutely
You're saying shit
cannibalistic
I do not
monsters.
understand.
You've never heard of General Butt Naked?
No.
No.
General Butt Naked is
Of course,
Not a
reformed
of
single
course
now.
you've heard about
here.
this, Sam.
He's now a
Did they
preacher.
teach you this in one of your liberal schools, Sam?
Yes, actually.
Show
yes.
respect. He was promoted from Captain Butt Naked to General. All right. He worked hard.
Is a
He
Liberian
started out as
evangelical
private butt
preacher.
naked.
He's an evangelical preacher and writer.
Yeah. Look, okay. Cleveland on this. Let's watch a frickin' I'll pause it, don't worry, but let's look up something on General Butt
Here
Naked.
we go. Why are our numbers so low? It's because nobody likes us.
Okay, maybe
Where
not.
we
'Cause I
going
haven't
with
seen any of
this?
these videos. That was stupid.
All right.
But look at this, dude. Dominican Republic. Okay, it's right next to Haiti. It's on the same island. The Dominican Republic, like the Haitian prime minister was like, "I got to go somewhere," and Dominican Republic. was
Wait,
like,
it's on
"You
the same
cannot come
island?
here." Oh yeah, it's the same island.
I've been to the Dominican
And then-
Republic. I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember people eating people in the streets?
No, I mean my very fancy, nice, all-inclusive resort didn't have that, but
Yeah.
I don't remember it being like, "Oh, this is also Haiti." If you just go that way, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, but
Real
like
experience.
you wouldn't want to, right? So like, look at this. So this is Dominican Republic versus
Long
Haiti.
pig sounds
like,
good.
Almost like ethnically very similar, history very similar. Infant mortality is like 3 times lower in Dominican Republic. Life expectancy is 15 years higher. Half as many people living with HIV/AIDS. GDP is
Why?
like 7 times.
Question.
I don't know why they put that in here instead of like.
Is
that's
this
not
nurture or nature? Is this culture or what do we?
unemployment rate, is it? Well, it's both, right? I mean, it's got to be both. You can only speculate about the genetic aspects, especially
Well,
because like people don't like talking about it.
So,
but-
well, the U.S. has had a lot more of a heavy hand in Haiti than it has in the Dominican Republic. I mean, 'cause
Have
Haiti's
they? Is
like-
that true? I know
I-
we've done. I know we've done some shit in the Dominican Republic.
I don't know to the same extent,
Yeah.
but I mean,
No.
I'm sure you guys all know that Haiti has been in the news a lot more, over the last like 10, 15 years.
That's
So-
because the
all right,
Clintons
so
were
the
funneling
last time-
children out of
Farther
it.
than that, though.
The
Look,
last
Haiti's
time I
been screwed
remember
up from the
Haiti,
start.
to be honest, the last
Sure.
time I remember Haiti was when they got fucking wrecked by that tsunami or that hurricane, and Kanye and fucking all those people were doing commercials for Haiti. That's the last
that
time I
was-
remember Haiti.
My unit went down there when that happened. They
Your dick
said
went down
my-
there?
My what?
My dick went down there?
The units, the Marine Corps expeditionary unit that I was a part of when I was in the Marine Corps, my seniors, some of them went down, and they had horrible things to say about Haitians, to be honest.
That's what they said about during the Philippine one. I was supposed to go. We had a couple people that did go, a couple people that didn't, and I heard nothing but horrible things about the Philippines while they were there during the during that big
third,
Well, you're
third
seeing
world
people like
countries
Robert,
being
right?
third world doesn't surprise me at all. It's like, yeah,
That's what I'm saying,
Well,
to
it
be
adds
quite
up.
honest.
It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. The Philippines is
check
a third
marks in
world
a
country,
box.
but it's
I'm sure
It's
parts of
close
it are.
enough.
Listen, look. My only point on that is that if you had to choose between Haiti and the Philippines, if you chose Haiti, you were a
Philippines
goddamn
all day,
loser.
You're
but that's
stupid.
not the
Yeah,
point.
Not
Yeah.
even close. Not even the same thing.
Yeah, but that's like an
Yeah.
apples. It's like
My bad.
the
All right,
both
my
things
bad.
can
My
be
bad.
true.
My bad.
No,
Like,
no,
just
that's
because
all
Haiti-
I'm
I
like,
can solve this
Philippines
for
can
all of
also
us.
suck.
I can
No, I'm just
solve
saying
this
it's
for everybody.
It's an order of
Shithole
magnitude worse.
countries. My bad.
Yeah, bam.
You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
it's a
There you go.
boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
But we gotta like
There
Haiti's
you go,
like
typo.
as far as shithole countries go, like Haiti's getting the gold medal. It's like you gotta say that it's the worst. But like Haiti at the beginning, like there was a slave revolt. They killed all the French people, like the white people living there, like raped and murdered and killed a bunch of children and stuff. Which like you know what, they're
It's always
enslaved.
the
I
French.
mean like
That's because they
But-
quit right away. They went, oh, we have to put down their home. I'm not good at accents, but you guys get it, you know?
But then from the beginning, like there's fights between there was a class of people that were half white, half black, and those people tried to oppress the all black people, and then there was like fighting between them, and it's a similar thing to like Liberia, and it doesn't work. And that compared to Dominican Republic, which starts as a Spanish colonial state, like
So we can blame the
Republic has
French.
always been better.
I'm
Well,
fine with that.
The French. All right.
Why
let
would
me-
the
let me
French
just
do
say.
this?
Let me just say
Why would
the
the
French
French-
have taken some
Sugar cane,
L's
I think?
this weekend. Francis
Good.
Ngannou got knocked the
Yeah, he did.
fuck out
That was
this
rough.
weekend. And then Haiti, barbecue and log pit. So.
Or maybe that's a win. I mean, how you look at
That
it.
might be a win. If you barbecued Francis Ngannou, that's a lot of meat, bro. That's a lot of meat.
Yeah.
lot of lean
Wait.
blank steak.
Rex, who's your friend?
Fucking
A lot of long pigs.
barbecue.
DM me who your friend is, because I might know that guy. Because that's my Mew.
Oh, slightly off topic, but there's 3 military guys in here. Do you guys ever hear the battle of Kamesh?
Yes.
It was like,
No.
okay, yo, I just heard about it. That's a fucking crazy cool story.
You didn't know the words, so I was just saying words to fuck you up more. So I don't know even the battle you're talking about.
Oh no, it was when it was like 40 to like 50 Delta Force guys like fucked up the Wagner group in Syria with like
Oh.
I
know you're talking about.
that.
yeah, the story.
The
So
Russian military was basically like, we have no troops there, and they got like basically America got a green light that these are like ungoverned
Actual
mercenaries that we can just
Wagner
blow
group
the
that
fuck up.
approached whatever the guy got shot out of the sky in his plane recently. Or the
Yeah.
Prigozhin.
yeah, that guy. It was his group. So apparently, the story goes it was in Syria and it was like 40 to 50 like Delta Force guys with like a few Syrian rebels on their side, and they had like a armored column of like T-47 Russian tanks or the fuck they are, right? Like coming down in the mercenary group. So we reached out to Russia, was like, "Yo, are you guys here?" And they were like, "No," and we went, "Okay." They started advancing on the Delta guys, and they were severely outnumbered and gunned, obviously, because it was just them and they have like no equipment. So they call in like a bunch of Apaches, AC-130s, fucking F-22s, and they just for 4 hours completely decimated the entire Russian column and Syrian like forces, and then just walked away.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Good work, guys.
Yeah.
Shake each other's hands, pats
Yeah.
on the ass. Yeah, good job. Dude, I still think it's crazy. I don't know if you guys they did a movie. It's Chris Hemsworth is in it, but one of the craziest stories from the beginning of the Afghanistan time frame after 2001, 2002 was when they sent in a whole bunch of the Army Special Forces guys on horseback and were trying to take over some of the.
They teamed up with warlords. They
Yeah,
teamed up with
they
like
were-
warlords in the region, and I think it was the Taliban, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
think it was-
not even Al Qaeda.
Yeah. I don't remember who it
How
was.
true is that? Because like all war movies are propaganda. So you're like, how
Yeah,
true
so,
is that
like,
story? Like,
But no, so it's way worse. So the propaganda piece of it is like, oh, we did the good thing, but
Right.
Yeah, we teamed up with the good guys.
Right,
These
right,
were
right.
not
The good-
good guys at all.
Yeah,
These were
but,
not
like,
good
the
guys at
people-
all.
Wait,
yeah,
what battle
exactly.
was
The people
this?
we teamed up were. What?
What battle was this?
I hate you. Which one? The one that Adam was talking about. The one that I'm.
No. What are
talking
you talking about right now? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
about?
The first push into Afghanistan, they didn't send. We
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
send
yeah,
an
yeah.
all complete military. We sent a bunch of SF guys that teamed up with
Right.
warlords in
With the
Afghanistan
Northern
to go
Alliance.
kick-
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Northern
And they were
Alliance, that's
fucking
what they're
riding.
called.
So the cool part about this, the true part, is they were literally riding fucking horses and
Yeah.
like fucking up terrorists. Dope.
Yeah, I
Fucking dope.
read that book when I
That's
was
cool.
in high school. I wish we had Basil here. He would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could talk about which side his family was on.
Actually, that's a good question. Why didn't we ask him that?
Yeah, that is. Well, I don't know what we should have had. If
Yeah.
his family's from Kabul, they either were friendly with American side, then they had to be at least friendly. You know.
Well, he's
Kabul.
here now, so like they must have been friendly with America. Although he
Well,
came
he's
before
always been here.
9/11.
I thought he was only half Afghani.
Oh, really? No, he was born here.
Yeah,
he might be
born-
half ethnically, but he was born here. Like,
makes you white. I don't know.
I mean,
I didn't have
dude,
a-
Afghans are white already. It's just a cultural thing that we consider them not white. Like they're Indo-European,
what is it?
they're Caucasoid.
I,
like, they're
I
white.
barely consider English
pontoon
white.
boat?
Yeah.
I don't know. What is that? What is it?
Yeah.
Patouche?
Pashtun.
What, pontoon?
Pashtun.
Fucking
Pashtuns
whatever.
are my favorite because they were the ones that like they literally were like in the Stone Age, and when America showed up, they thought the Soviet Union was attacking them because they were
Yeah,
like,
and they fucked up a whole bunch of American troops.
yeah,
and they
I
were
think
just
it was
farmers.
I'm not good with these names, but I think it's in Kandahar. I think it was Kandahar. I'm not. I could be
Kandahar was
mistaken.
one of the worst places for the United States military to
And-
fight.
They're basically like the Appalachian people. Like they were the mountain
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but they're like they had
They
no
fucked up the
idea
U.S.
that, like,
military until
9/11
we left.
happened. They didn't even know America was coming. That when we rolled up with like tanks and shit, they were like, "Oh, the Soviet Union's back. These motherfuckers." and started
These
shooting
sons
at
of bitches don't learn their lesson, do they?
us.
Like, oh, you guys.
Allahu Akbar!
I mean, can you blame them,
Russia!
dude? Just some white dudes show up. They're like, "Oh, the damn Russians are here!" Like,
Probably annoying as fuck.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Basil talked about those Pashtun dudes about how the really racist guys are like, oh yeah, you're with us. Like if they're racist, they're like, no, you're not white. But if they're really racist, then yeah, they're with the freaking Pashtuns.
I think I am confusing the two, but whatever. Story's still the same.
yeah.
Horses, AK-47s, SF guys fucking up war.
Oh,
That
that's
pretty
sounds
cool.
like a gay old
Korengal
time.
Valley. Korengal Valley, I think is what we're talking about. That's where
Okay,
Restrepo
that makes
was.
more sense.
Oh, I watched the
if
documentary.
Yeah, Restrepo's a freaking documentary, man. It's a freaking something.
Anyways, yeah.
Yo,
So
pull up,
that was
pull up the
military
fireman,
history.
pull up the fireman booing the AG.
Wait, I before we get there,
Hold on,
I have
Twitter
one more
or
thing I want to show
TikTok.
you. I wanna-
Dude, you guys think TikTok?
I bet you he pulls up.
Nah,
No,
I hope he does though. That'd be sick. One less social media platform to worry about. But yeah,
it'd be kind of funny.
It's just for the other ones.
The
Dude,
meltdowns
like,
people would have over banning TikTok would be pretty entertaining.
it would
to
be
say the
very
least.
entertaining. It would lose. So many people would literally have to go get a job. It's actually kind of funny.
The
That's
Zoomers,
amazing.
yeah, I think the Zoomers might lead a revolt if that happens. I'm not even joking.
We're marching to the White House. A bunch of 13-year-olds like, get out of here, kid.
Yeah, a bunch of 13-year-olds don't even know their gender walking into the White House.
Bunch of 13-year-olds and fucking adult, mentally ill leftists. We're gonna fucking storm the White House together.
Are
I'm gonna
we
go-
just
I'm-
highlighting shit on the screen? What are we doing?
No, I highlighted it beforehand. I'm just waiting to go to the next thing. Yeah, so Ray said in the comments, by the way, while I go to the next thing, that remember when the Haiti president refused to go with the COVID jab mandates, and he was killed.
I do
Yeah,
remember
whack.
that.
I don't remember that. Let's not be careful with
Oh.
our words, but
Right,
Ray just
right,
brought that
right.
up, and I wanted to say that.
Well, no,
That's
see, we could very
interesting.
easily skirt around that. So there was a president of Haiti who was against some of the things with medical stuff, and then he disappeared. And those two things might not at all
He
be
went
correlated.
against pharma.
There you go.
Basil warned us about this. Pharma. You go against pharma, bad things happen.
Was it pharma, defense, finance, and I forget all
Oh,
four of the things that he
fuck,
was
that's right.
saying.
I forgot what he said.
Tech was the force.
Tech, I
Tech,
think, yeah.
yeah.
Fourth one.
Okay.
So this is just very. So this is like an FDNY, like I guess ceremony, and the AG, who's a very anti-Trump chick. Obviously the FDNY is very conservative and probably pro-Trump, just like the NYPD and sanitation departments are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
In New York.
yeah.
So
Right.
yeah. So they just unleashed
I'd like to
slew of
introduce
booze.
our next speaker, Attorney General Letitia James.
God, how awkward is it? How awkward do you
come
feel?
on, we're in a house of God.
How
She just appealed
awkward?
to God.
How
Hold on, Sammy.
How
Pause it
awkward
at the
is it
worst
to
time
walk
because
up?
it's very funny. Just go back like a half a second and just play that through. Because I want to bring up a very funny comedic timing thing.
We're in a house of God. First,
Pause. Everybody thought about it. They're like, "Nah, we're still gonna boo you."
they totally stopped for half
It
a
was like
second. They're like,
a second and a half take, and like,
Boo.
nah, fuck you.
you know, like that's the thing that I don't get about these people. They just, I mean, props to her. She just rolls on through it. She doesn't care. But like, how do you not care? Like if I walked up and I'm like talking to a group of people and the first thing, and I'm not a fighter or a sports person or something like that, where it's like normal to get booed. You're supposed to be somebody that was elected by at least some people in this room.
Appointed, probably.
And- yeah, well, that's true too. But you know, you're supposed to have like some authority over the people that are there, and they just fucking boo your ass. Like, God, the fucking anxiety I would get.
Dude, so this
Pride.
actually reminds me of a funny story real quick. So in my last Marine Corps ball I went to, it was in Las Vegas, and I was with a tank battalion. So a lot of the tankers, the tank units was considered a combat unit. So there for the longest time,
Now
they
they're
were
not
one of the
considered
last.
anything.
Yeah, they're gone. It doesn't exist anymore. But they were, for the longest time, they were like one of the last units in the Marine Corps that did not have females in it because they were considered combat. Well, that opened up for like admin spots, so we had more females in our unit. But we were doing so at our ceremony, they did like, it was actually really cool. They did like uniforms through the ages. So like you saw like the first Marine Corps uniform and someone walked out, and then like the like uniforms from like, you know, Civil War, then Vietnam, or World War II, World War I, and that was really cool. Well, there was one part where they did like the first women Marines, and so the girl just in like the first female uniform walks out, and it's not even like the lower ranking guys that are doing this. It's like the gunnies, the staff NCO, the master guns, the salty guys that've been in the Marine Corps for a year, and they're booing. They are loudly booing, dude.
Drunk as fuck.
Yes, aggressively, dude. It's not even the corporals or like the like 18 to 25-year-olds. No, it's like the 30 to 40-year-olds that are doing this, and they're standing up like, "You don't belong in my corps." I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
They had never had a female. They hadn't had a female until that year.
Yeah,
There was
dude.
never a female in their unit until that
And
year.
I actually knew who the girl was, and I actually felt really bad for her because she was just doing what she's supposed to, like wear the uniform and walk down. Like it wasn't like really, it's not her fault, you know, necessarily. And these salty staff NCOs are just boo, like just going
So funny.
crazy, dude.
That's great. That is
I
fucking
died
hilarious.
laughing. I was pretty drunk at that point, too.
Sorry, lady, you're no chesty puller. That was good.
I'm with them on the sentiment, but it does suck that they were just booing a random Marine who didn't deserve that.
She was like a Lance Corporal. She was like 20
Oh,
years
that
old.
sucks, dude.
Yeah,
That's
but
fucked
like
up.
so, no, but
Just
that's like a sports thing though. It's like, you know how like, okay, if you're all sitting around with a bunch of dudes and like you're all fans of different teams, that person represents that team. That's just how it goes. They have no control over that team, but now I'm
That's
gonna
true.
take it out on that person as like if they run the Eagles or like, you know what I'm saying, or they run the
Yeah.
Cowboys. I'm like, you're a fucking scumbag. You know your team's trash. You're like, I'm just a dude. I'm like, fuck you. That's how it works. So she was just that for them. Like that's all she. Stop
Yeah.
calling it up.
Saquon Barkley
Dude,
signs with the
he-
Eagles, $38 million. A
Dude,
steal.
he might not be as good.
I had to buy a
Ezekiel
new-
Elliott got a massive contract, and he was just never the same after that.
No, I
He
really
had,
hope
like,
he tears.
one
I really
good-
hope he tears the ACL.
one
so
good
I'm not
year,
kidding.
and it was downhill from there. And then he ended up on the fucking Patriots. Like,
Yeah,
I
I had to. I already had to replace his jersey, so I have a Lawrence Taylor jersey now. A nice old school throwback Lawrence Taylor jersey.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna get, because every time the Bears get a player that I'm like, okay, he's gonna be here a while. In 2 years, they trade him. I'm like, dude,
No,
I'm tired of this
football's
shit.
so fucking whack now. With like all sports are. It's like just get old players that are like legendary to the team because they'll never leave. like
Yeah,
I
I'm
have an
gonna
Eli
get, like,
Manning
a-
jersey. I have a fucking Lawrence Taylor jersey. I have a Jason Sehorn jersey because how do I not? You know, it's like I have like a
Yeah,
fucking I
white
get a Strahan
cornerback.
jersey. Of course, I have to get a Strahan jersey. Like shit like that. But like fuck all these new guys. Eat a dick. Honestly, eat a fucking dick. Never again will I buy a new person jersey. That's
Yeah,
done.
I'm thinking about an Urlacher or a Walter Payton.
I have an Urlacher jersey. It was given to me years ago.
My God,
Dude, his
Verizon
face
did
is
it.
plastered all over Chicago still. Like, they're still proud of that.
He was
man.
their best player
Okay,
for the last 30 years.
Even
Sorry.
I'm bored with this. Kyle must be
Sorry.
falling asleep right
Sorry.
now.
You brought it up.
No, it's okay.
You're good. You're good.
Thank you.
I
Thank
did.
you. Thank you for getting it out
I pulled it up because I value making you mad more than I value this podcast being good.
of your system.
That's fair.
I want to thank Commissioner Kavanaugh and Chief Hodgins for
Chant.
that recognition.
The fucking
Chanting-
chant.
It's just chanting Trump, which
Some
is
may
also
even
funny.
be here. Some might even be
I love
booing
it,
me.
dude.
But nonetheless, I pray for them.
Right for
Oh
yourself and
my
your soul.
God.
Man.
But Kyle, like
Dude,
you
what
said
a
today on Twitter,
bitch.
like Kyle, you were saying earlier today on Twitter, like it is funny if Trump wins for that reason alone. Like
Yes,
that's
it is.
funny.
It
like
is.
that's kind of worth it in itself.
Right.
I
I don't. Yeah.
I kind of think the regime has made peace with it. Like, I think the regime has made peace, but like Trump might be coming back. Like, I don't
Might?
think they're gonna be as like, I don't know. I'm not saying there's a plan, but I feel like things are so out of control with Biden, and it's clear to everyone that something like he's not really running things. That if Trump comes back, it won't be as psychotic as 2016.
Well, okay,
Like,
so like
I
I heard somebody put it this way once. This was kind of interesting to me. They said like it's almost like they're just trying to humiliate Trump. It's not like they want him completely gone because I think they realize that like they can't do away with him because like the cultural demand and like all the different aspects that he plays, they can't just outright get rid of him anymore. So they're just going to humiliate him. And it's not like they're really taking him to task. Like he could fucking take all these hits and still be fine afterwards. His supporters are dishing out money hand over fist, good over bad.
Yes,
The
they
dude's a
are.
fucking billionaire. And like he's like asking for donations to deal with the lawsuits. Are the lawsuits bullshit? Yeah, absolutely they are. But like, dude, you're a billionaire. You're literally taking money off of your supporters who work their asses off. Once again, I worked with one of the fucking highest one of the highest donators in Pennsylvania at my last job. Technicians on average make $38,000 a year. Now, granted, nobody in the shop made 38 grand a year. All these guys were way, 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 way higher than that. But regardless, that's the perspective. So once again, I think it's just a humiliation ritual essentially for Trump. And there's part of me that says, okay, he's in on it and he's just playing his part and he realizes, hey, I give them their boogeyman, so I get paid and they get paid. But then maybe there's a part of it too where he's like, no, I really hate these people, but I don't really have a plan. I just like being here and like the attention. So it's got to be one of those. I don't see it as he has some kind of mastermind to completely tear down the establishment because he had 4 years to do it, and all he did was basically build the establishment up, and he still hasn't learned. Still campaigning with Lindsey Graham. He endorsed, who was that Mike Rogers dude up in Michigan, who was for the Patriot Act and every single fucking
against
awful thing
Justin
you can imagine.
Amash.
Against Justin Amash. Now I
Oh.
get the nuance here because Justin Amash doesn't like Trump, and he did go
Yeah.
after him in a
Yeah.
way that I disagree with. But that being said, Justin Amash was and still is one of the best congressmen to ever grace the halls. People can knock him for all they want, but that dude has an identical voting record to fucking Thomas Massey, other than Trump. So if you
Yeah.
guys have a problem with that, then you like Trump more than you like a good congressman, and not I shouldn't say a good congressman, but one that's on par with fucking Ron Paul and Thomas Massey.
Well,
So
and like Kyle also, like, you talk about, like, it's like a soft humiliation ritual for Trump, but like, who's it for? The left? Like, because this time around, like, it's not like 2016 or 2020. Like, this time around for sure, nobody gives a fuck what they have to say about him. Like, on the
Right.
opposite side, right? Like, I mean, like, legitimately, I would say 0.00%. They're gonna go, he's a thing, and they're gonna go, I don't care. Right, there's gonna be zero, like how it was, like, even last one time. It's like, well, maybe that's kind of fucked up. You'd be like, nah, go fuck yourself. I don't care. It's that now.
Well, yeah, and
Like,
that's
they
exactly
can't
what
do
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
But I think it's that way for everybody because, okay, so what happens? Right wingers call liberals stupid liberal or libtards or something like that, and then everybody gets called a racist. I mean, it's literally we're
Right.
just watching two tribes fucking go right at it, and that's not to say that they're both equal, but obviously I prefer more right wing people through my work, my culture, and all that stuff. But like
I think we all do
the
here.
way that right, but like the way that you're seeing people
Nice, Sam.
talk to each other, yeah.
Yeah,
the way-
obviously.
the way that you're seeing people engage with one another, it really is just like, to me, it's so fucking predictable, and it's why I almost don't talk about like political stuff straight up right now.
Pull it back up. Luke,
I love Haitian.
Luke just left. He got kicked. He has Haitian internet right now.
I have Haitian internet. Yeah, that's pretty great. But yeah, I mean, you're just seeing basically people's like lizard brains come out, and they're just gonna yell at each other and make all kinds of noise.
Have you
Yeah.
guys seen the PayPal mafia like theory that's been jumping off?
I'm banned from PayPal, so I don't know.
Oh wow!
Wait, are you really?
Yeah.
How'd you get banned
Wow.
from PayPal?
They were like, you're making a lot of small transactions, and that's indicative of drug behavior. And I was like, it's my money, I can do what I want. Now they were right, but like that's irrelevant. Like that's irrelevant. Like it's my money. Like who cares what I'm doing with it? Like it's how dare they?
Dude, that's the best. Holy crap.
Well, it's just funny
okay.
that you're like, well, they're right, but it's bullshit.
Cleveland. All right, I was buying drugs. They are right, but like still, who the fuck are they to fucking tell me what I can do with my own money?
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about this PayPal mafia stuff. I don't know how significant it is, and I need to read a little bit more into it. I don't know if it's like one cohesive group, and maybe they're not saying that. I've listened to some of it. I think it's like the 2-Bit podcast that's been talking about this, and
Yeah, they're
King
the main
Pill-
ones. That's
Guys,
Yeah.
nobody's explained what it is. I don't know what the heck you're talking
okay. So
Tucker, go ahead.
the basic theory is that like it would be mainly Peter Thiel, who is a pretty right wing guy. He's always funding Republicans left and right.
Yeah. He
Through-
also he did take Ron Paul took money from Peter Thiel as well, which like a lot of
Yes.
libertarians. Real quick, just to add like a small caveat to this, a lot of libertarians take issue with Peter Thiel, and I would be in this group because he has like this global spying apparatus that he runs. I can't remember what the company's called off the top of my head, but it's like a pretty big deal.
Is he also
But-
anti-Bitcoin?
I don't know about
Probably.
that, but yeah, to his credit, he does tend to once again he gave some money to Ron Paul, and he does tend to lean into a little bit more libertarian values. So I'm sorry to interrupt. Typo, go ahead.
Yeah, so he is notoriously known as being a libertarian, but the theory is that he's being influenced from Curtis Yarvin. And the theory also relates that this could be some sort of San Francisco, like, Silicon Valley takeover through Trump. Because so the theory is that they value competence over this like DEI bullshit that's been spreading through everywhere in our country. And
Full answer, by the way, the name of the place, the J4J, and
so there were funding. If you looked at like Vivek's funding, Vivek Ramaswamy, a lot of it was coming from like these tech people. And the theory is that now, basically, that these oligarch type Peter Thiel, David Sachs, even some people speculate Elon Musk is in on this. and they are basically being like shadow promoting Donald Trump, and they're pushing the like. If you look at like how Trump's speeches have been going, Vivek has been basically his opener for his campaigns, his act, and Vivek goes up there and says like all these like what is it called? James Burnham's what is it called? The managerial class or whatever, and he's basically explaining this is like kind of like a not really right wing, but it's more of like a liberal people with confidence that are trying to take over the system through Trump. And they're basically, the theory is they're gonna like, hey, we're gonna take care of you, make sure your family's safe, we're gonna take all care of all your legal funds and all this. You will be the front man, you will get the glory, but once you're in power, we're in charge. And we're running this shit now. And we're
Called shadow
shutting shit
government,
down.
I think.
Yes, essentially. But the theory that these guys, it's Pete Quinones, King Pill, 2-Bit Podcast. A lot of these guys have been speculating and talking about this, and a lot of it stuff makes sense, but even they can't confirm a lot of this theory. But these people don't hate us. Basically, is like they are neutral to us, which is much better than what we have right now.
Isn't that crazy that we just like prefer
I know,
neutrality
yes.
I don't even need you to like me. Just leave me alone.
Palantir. That's it. Palantir is a
That's it,
company.
yeah, Palantir, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. It's been in the comments the whole
I
time.
pulled it
You
up
must not have
twice.
seen the comments.
I said it's right here, Palantir.
Yeah, but he must
Okay,
have been
my
on
bad.
another tab.
Yeah. No. There's
Yeah.
other
Looking
people
for
messaging
it.
me about other stuff. No, that's okay. But so yeah, I mean, I like agree that these guys are definitely preferable to what we would call like globo homo, but at the same time, I see how they're kind of putting this theory together. I just think when people start getting these wild ideas, I think they insert so much of their own bias in the way they want the world to work into it, and then it usually never plays out that way. So like we kind of saw this with the whole I know Tom Luongo has been real popular, but with like this whole theory about how Jerome Powell's fighting the globalists, and now he's even
Yeah.
starting to say that like there's going to be rate cuts here sooner or later. So like
Yeah,
I don't-
shout out to
I-
Mr.
it's-
Sue. Freaking
Yeah, he's the one that brought it on my podcast. I don't know if you
Yeah.
listened to. I like that idea. I think there might be a lot of truth into it, but to be honest, I don't know. Like, yeah, like the theory is that Jerome Powell is more of like an America first, and he's going to run the Federal Reserve to benefit America instead of the Globo Homo guys. And I think there's probably some truth to that, because there is a lot of push from like the Globo Homo politicians that are like, you need to cut rates, cut the interest rates down. And Powell's like, nope, we're not cutting rates. We need to keep them high. And they say they're high. I mean, maybe they're high for like today's standard, but it's nowhere near than like what
they
the
should
guy
be
did.
right in inflation.
Yeah, what the guy did in the 70s. The guy in the 70s, I can't remember his name.
It was Paul Volcker.
Yes, that's it. And he raised them to like 25%. And
Right.
that's
Well, but I
the
mean-
standard was lower at the time, or was higher at the time as well. There was a higher standard, so it wasn't as large of a deviation as you'd think. It was still extraordinarily large, but yeah, I just want to clearly shout out Phil Gibson, Mr. Sue. He's a friend of, I think, all of ours, or at least me and Typo and Luke. But he has come on both mine, Illegitimate Scholar, and Biting the Bullet to talk about his theory. And it's a little bit too complex for me to understand, a little bit too technical.
Yeah,
in
but
the
that's what I
financial
mean. So like some of these theories, it almost seems like people, like I said, they kind of like extrapolate a lot, and they kind of take a lot of bullet points, and they connect these dots, and they don't always seem to be fully cohesive, but they kind of bake their worldview into it and then throw this theory out there. And hey, maybe it is true, but like I feel like these people and these elites probably don't work together as closely as we would like to believe. And like, especially when it comes to like dissident circles, obviously like the left side of the aisle is a lot more focused and effective. Whereas like, I think it seems like the right wing side of the aisle is a lot less is focused and dialed in. So that's why I don't think some of these theories play out like people would.
Well,
like them to.
I would say that I do agree that there is elites in the higher echelons that are looking at the situation at hand,
Sure.
and they are getting involved for their own self-interest.
Yes.
And because
I
they
believe
don't
that
want
too, yeah.
America, they don't want America to completely turn to shit. So they're looking at like what's going on, like all this funding going out to other countries, all these like printing of money, and like so they're like, well, we need to stop this shit. because it's going to hurt me in the back end. Like essentially, like the bankers don't want globalism. They do not want a central what's it called, cryptocurrency, central currency from the Fed. I forgot what it's called, but they do
A
not
CBDC.
want that. Yes, they do not want that either, because that hurts the bankers. And if you try to hurt bankers, that's a problem. Like they're gonna start push back against this stuff. So
Okay,
I
but
do
okay,
agree
so
that there is
a little pushback on that though. There are American elites, obviously, that are left leaning that would be hurt by some of those policies as well. So, are we excluding these elites from wanting to kind of keep America up? Because like people say, oh, Joe Biden is intentionally destroying America. No, I don't think he is. I think that he believes that like his vision for America is good, but he also is the credit card companies guy. So therefore, if the credit card companies go down, he goes down with the ship. Same deal with the military industrial complex and every single complex that holds Joe Biden up
Yes,
as the
this is the
corpse
same
that he
thing true
is.
for his support for Israel, I think, too.
Exactly. I mean, he is a diehard Zionist, and many of his own staffers have come out and said like he's the most personally involved with the Israel policy.
You know another weird coincidence? You know, all of Joe Biden's children are married to a certain ethnic group.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hunter Biden got married to a woman a week after meeting her. Within
Nice.
4 days after meeting her, they had they both got matching tattoos. Now,
Hunter Biden is living his
Actually,
best
that
life.
adds up for a crack. That adds up for a crackhead. Actually,
I
all
would say
tracks.
if the nation,
Very
yeah,
impulsive.
if
Very
nation,
impulsive.
if there is a handler that Hunter Biden got, it was his fucking wife, dude. That's all. That's my theory.
But like,
I feel
all
like
these,
they
I
wouldn't
just
even
feel
be
like
that
all-
bold though. Like a week, 4 days for a freaking matching tattoo. Sorry, Adam, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like all these like how Kyle, you're like I don't think it's intentional. It's like no, I do a lot of it because the coincidences that would have to come out for everything to align so perfectly, it's almost
Well,
like it was
okay.
on purpose.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
not that I think the things aren't intentional, but I'm saying like I don't think it's like I want to make people suffer. Whereas like Joe Biden is looking at like not to say that I don't think I think he's a good guy. I know I'm not making sense here, but I promise I'll make sense here in a second. Like, I think he believes whatever the Biden family can do to promote the Biden family supremacy over everybody else is what it is. And they're not thinking about the consequences. They're thinking about, once again, nepotism and putting the Biden crime family above everybody else at all costs, no matter what. And that includes kind of keeping America up. And if the middle class and the lower class has to suffer because of that, fuck them. Don't care. Not our problem. We're not worried about it.
Go ahead, Sam.
Well, the Biden crime family, like I feel like they're just, like they're just trying to get theirs at the end of the reign. I don't view Biden as specifically powerful amongst these. He's not as powerful as like Clinton and Obama and Bush, like these dynasties.
Agreed.
The incentive when you are president is to extract as much resources out of the system as possible while you're in power, because it's very limited. And when your time's up, to make deals with people, so when you get out of your presidency, you can go give speeches at Harvard for millions of dollars,
$400,000 for 15 minutes.
And as
for
far
whatever
as politicians go, Biden was on the low end for most of his career. He let me look it up. Continue, and I'm gonna look this up.
He's received the most APAC money out of any candidate ever, and second to him was Hillary Clinton, and then more recently, Bob Menendez actually came up as one of the top recipients of APAC donation money. So that's another reason.
They hated Trump so much that I don't even think they realized this, but they elected probably the most Zionist president of our lifetime.
Oh,
Biden is deeply connected to
wait a
Israel.
minute.
Yeah.
Trump moved the freaking...
Yes.
Trump moved the capital.
Yes, but look, Biden has said over and over again. I mean, like, if you look up speeches for years, he is a very, very, like, to his core Zionist. Like, this is he loves Israel. I mean, there's even speeches of him saying if there was no Israel, we would have to make an Israel.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we literally did in 47. That's actually what happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is actually literally quite what happened.
That was the
but moving the embassy, I think like this is kind of defense for Trump. He's still pretty like pro-Israel. I mean, he had Jared Kushner in charge of like the Arabian Accords, so he's still pretty like pro-Israel. But moving the embassy was more or less a symbolic thing because no one else in the world even recognized it. It was only America that recognized the embassy.
Well, you know what? You know what's kind of funny, and this kind of clicked for me right as soon as you said that. It's kind of funny that like he moved the embassy to Jerusalem, and then also
Wait, where was it?
Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Who gives a shit?
It's
Well,
a
Jerusalem
symbolic
was
victory,
considered
but
like-
it's a huge. It was
Yeah,
neutral territory.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
And they
But,
took
like,
it over
Trump-
time, not only from the Muslims but from the Christians as well. Okay, listen, if you're listening to this and you're a Christian, the Zionists hate you. You can't. You should be able to
Facts.
go to the holy city of the Abrahamic religions.
Yeah.
Okay, but they'll
Dude,
spit on you.
yeah.
Like, you can find videos of them spitting on our
Yep.
clergy.
So
Like, these are
many.
not-
So
like,
many. I've seen so many videos of that, dude. Yeah.
This should be disavowed. Like it's a common occurrence. This isn't like a hate porn thing where like End Wokeness on Twitter pulls out a video of a white girl getting beaten, which is terrible, of course, but it's also like these are much more rare cases than they're making it out to. If you go
Wrong.
to
Go on.
Jerusalem as a Christian, you will get spit on. You will get spit on.
Yeah. There was like an interesting
Sorry, I
video. It was like there was a video. I think it was a compilation on Twitter, and I can't remember this video very well, but it was a bunch of rabbis, and they were asking them, what is more of a threat to Israel, Catholicism or Islam? And most of them said Catholicism.
Because
most
they
of-
know we'll bomb the fuck out of other Islams with them. That's why. But we won't
because
bomb
there's,
other
like,
fucking Christians. That's why it's a
because-
threat to them.
Catholics were much better at kicking Jews out than Muslims have been. I will say.
You're saved,
Yeah.
baby. Let's go.
And the Protestants, man. This is why Protestantism, moving away. Some Lutherans, some non-dispensationalists, like liturgical Christianity. Once you move past liturgical Christianity, like people view Protestantism and Catholicism and Lutheranism as the same thing. People put Mormonism outside of it, but like there is a huge difference between Catholics and Lutheran, like liturgical traditions. Orthodox, Catholics, Lutherans.
I've been learning this.
Episcopals. Listen, once you get rid of that system, like Protestantism comes out of worship of capitalism. It comes out of worship of usury, which is against Christian teachings. We should not have usury in our lands ever. We just shouldn't. But
Right.
like
Then
Protestantism
I think
is what
Catholic
allowed
for the
it
dub.
to
That's what I always
grow.
say.
I think you two will both like this stat. I've been like looking into this stuff a little bit more, and a significant amount of Protestants have been converting to Catholicism
Go.
and Eastern Orthodoxy. When you, at first glance, you're like, why would like Catholicism? I can wrap my head around because it's a predominant cultural thing in America. Eastern Orthodoxy I found to be very strange because that's not as predominant here. And most of them said it's because Protestants allow more liberal or
Degeneracy?
this like new what would be considered degeneracy, the gay
Dude,
stuff, the
fucking
trans stuff.
Big facts.
So Protestants are
Yeah.
transitioning to more, and they want it's young Protestants like the Zoomers that are Christian that are doing this, and they're doing it because they want a more rigored, defined rules. Like how'd they say it? They wanted stricter rules to follow. They wanted the challenge
orderly,
of following.
yeah.
Yes, a more orderly, and I was very shocked by that. to
No,
find
Typo,
that.
you're so
Because
right, dude.
So
I saw
here's
even
the thing, though.
even my friends that I grew up with. We went to I'm a Lutheran. I grew up around a lot of Lutherans, and we had a Lutheran school, like private school in my town. And even them have even told me like these guys were like they've gone to Lutheran church their whole life, and they're like, no, I became a Catholic because of what the Lutheran church.
So
said.
there's a
In
church
yeah.
right by me, and I drove past it, and there was this big fucking. I thought it was a Catholic church at first because it was like St. Andrews, which is like that's could be any fucking
Yeah.
Catholic church, right? So like St. Andrews, that's all I could read, and it was like giant. Not giant, but a pretty decent size like pride flag. It was like we accept all, and it was an actual pride flag itself. And I was like, that's crazy for a Catholic church. I would pull my fucking money. And then I drove by a little more, and the second time was like Episcopal. I was like, there you go. That sign though, that pride flag sign was more prominent and bigger than any other piece of religious efficacy there, except for like the main sign. And that was the second biggest sign there.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
so they put that before God or whatever the fuck. Again, I'm Catholic, so I don't know.
It's insane.
But like here's my Catholicism issue. I'm not a fan of the Pope. Fuck that guy. Any Pope, but especially this
Right.
one. Fuck that guy. Also, I don't like how the Pope is like, I speak for God. No, you don't. You're a dude. You don't speak for God. I don't give a fuck. You guys made that up along the way. I'm very anti-Pope as a Catholic, but that's just me.
Yeah, and we should say, by the way, Luke is saying this in the comments. ELCA, this was probably a Lutheran church that split from the real liturgical Lutherans. Luke's from a place with a lot of Lutherans as well. The real liturgicals, like even real Episcopals, should be good, but it seems like everything but Catholics and Orthodox they just lose it. I don't know.
Do you guys know about the HBO show called The Young Pope?
Oh,
And
yeah.
You should watch it.
Coptic
I do
homeboys
not know
in Ethiopia as well.
I do not know how this show is allowed in the mainstream. I do not know at all. Just to give a preference, The Young Pope.
It's Jude Law, right? Isn't it Jude Law? Yeah.
Yes. He is in the show, he's the first American Pope, and the whole show is about how this young Pope is trying to get gay marriage out of Catholicism.
But that's like also out of it?
Out. He's trying to rid it out of the system.
Oh shit! Okay, because I thought you meant like get it out, like in the world, like get it out
no,
there.
It is the opposite, dude. Which is why I watched it and I was shocked. I was like, "How is this allowed? Like, how is this allowed in our world?"
Are they taking it from the angle of like this is wrong, and like we as a writing team, or like this is what a young Pope would do?
Yeah, they do kind of have that angle.
Yeah, there you go.
So JC brings this up. Ukraine has a weird official progressive LGBT Orthodox church. Some of the Orthodox guys that we know have been talking about this, but like the freaking Globo Homo like took over the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, and they're legitimately persecuting it. And well, you know, it's because it's attached to Russian nationalism,
right?
In the same way that, like, guys, Irish Catholicism, like, I'm an Irish Catholic. I didn't go to the church because my parents are degenerate fucking heathens, apostates, and I'll tell them that to their faces. And I'm probably the only person who's called their mother an apostate, but
dude, that's a great point,
like,
JC.
My family is Irish Catholic, like ethnically attached to it. Like, my uncles are in the Order of the Hibernians and the freaking Knights of Columbus, like Irish Catholic in one case, and they both are Irish Catholic organizations. You have to be Irish, you have to be Catholic.
Oh, you know what my equivalent of that is? The Mafia. But go on.
Look, we got that too, man.
The Italian Mafia, man. Go on.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
HBO
actually,
makes some good stuff. HBO,
they really
series.
I highly recommend you guys watch this because it shocked me, and it's really good. It's just a good show in general. Oh, I forgot about
the tiny hats took my internet again.
Okay, so real quick, if you look on Twitter, it said Zionist Jews was trending under entertainment. So I'm sure there's probably some funny shit.
I have something to ask you guys. So, if let's just say the Vatican, in this theoretical world, let's just say the Vatican is genociding its neighbor, right? Like its neighboring country. Yes. Let's imagine that the Catholics are genociding Italy, right? And weirdly enough, there's like this like all overwhelming support from America for the Catholic Church and the Vatican. And we send as America's falling apart, we're sending money and all that to the Vatican. And all of a sudden you notice that there's a significant amount of Catholics that are in the deep state. And so would you think that because they're Catholic or their families come from Catholic families, that their loyalties would come into question in this situation?
Dude,
yes.
They have literally, here's the thing, by the way, there have been cited cases when they're picking like Supreme Court justices and stuff, where they have said that involvement in Catholic organizations is a marker for them to not be picked.
Yes.
So it's like explicitly, this is a part of our government where they stop people who are involved in Catholic things from being in government. And honestly, dude, like my family has helped to fund Irish nationalism for like 150 years in the US, like from here. So like I've talked about this before. Yes, like Irish Catholicism and other types are absolutely a threat to the unity of the United States. They make you less American. Like I absolutely believe that, and it applies to other
Yeah.
religions as well. It's just less acceptable to say so.
Do you know who the only 2 Catholic presidents are?
Yeah, JFK and Biden.
Yeah.
Right, JFK and Biden's not real. Like JFK, and they killed him, dude. Like the United
did.
States hates Catholicism. Hates Catholicism. Like I guys, the freaking KKK like killed Catholics too.
That's
like,
true.
nobody wants
They
to
are
talk about
Protestant.
this.
That is very
And then
true.
Yeah.
Idiot liberal whites and black people on Twitter and anywhere
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
me that like I'm gonna be in the KKK. Like fuck you.
Yeah, that's
dude.
why I
They
meant they
burned
came after
down
my people.
grandparents' church.
Yeah.
Like they literally
Yeah.
killed my people. Like what are you talking about?
If
It's
I were a
insane.
Jew, I'd be a Zionist. And then my dad told me I did not need to be a Jew to be a Zionist.
That was-
So I am.
I would love to fucking pound a KK guy's fucking skull and watch his fucking hood turn red as he tries to burn down my Catholic church. I would
Dude, seriously.
nothing more than just fucking eviscerating his skull into the ground as that little fucking bitch faggot tries anything. They're all a bunch of fucking. By the way, they're all faggots too. The KKK. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't.
Now they are.
Where the
Now
hell
they
are
are.
the
They were,
dresses?
yeah.
Shut up.
But dude, the fucking like, do you know?
Shit.
Do you know the Fighting Irish? Notre Dame, by the way, every Irish Catholic and even Catholic in America loves Notre Dame. Do you know where they got the name the Fighting Irish from? Do
I
you know
don't,
who
but
they
go
were
on.
fighting?
I'm an
The
Oregon man.
fucking KKK. Literally,
Oh.
they fought the KKK. That is
Oh,
what happened.
Epstein. Epstein is trending under business and finance.
Oh my god.
Sorry. That is
Okay.
hilarious.
All right. Well, we had some great talks today, but I'm gonna leave you on this. Some stuff from CNN on their reporting from Haiti, since that's what we were talking about. So check this out, boys.
Hey, before we do that, can I throw some plugs in for
we'll
upcoming
do the
shows?
plugs after.
Oh, okay. Well, you said
Yeah,
we'll
we're
end
gonna
on
do the
this.
plugs.
So, all right.
Oh,
never mind. Go on.
sorry. I meant as a thing.
Panicked street shootouts like this one have become a near daily occurrence. It's often a clash between
I mean, this is
police
obviously
and the
terrifying. This is the
gangs,
part I want
which
you
have
to see.
essentially taken Haiti hostage. They flaunt their
That car's sick.
Is that
Gucci.
That car is sick.
That's barbecue's car right there.
100%. It also has Miami Hurricanes colors, which is weird, but I'm for it.
Bro, that's crazy.
weapons.
I heard they know a
and
lot about
wealth on
hurricanes.
Dude. Oh my god. Wait, there's one more.
TikTok, threatening police.
What is this guy
What
doing?
is that?
Dude, what? You're right. What is that? What is that?
and wealth on TikTok, threatening police and basking in lawlessness.
Dude, this is insane.
Is that an
Bro.
American flag hat?
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Why has
is
he got it on his
that, like,
face?
why
To
is
hide
it
his
that, like,
identity, obviously.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Dude,
why is
on
it that
TikTok,
like black gangsters wear wardrobe in the least efficient way? Like it just makes no sense to me. Like when people are wearing like shorts down pat like to like barely above their knees, I'm like, how is that efficient in any way?
Yeah, hold on. Josh, were you really? Or are you fucking around? Was he really in Haiti this weekend?
Josh, were you in Haiti? We gotta
Are you
talk about
fucking
that.
just being a dick? He's Canadian, so maybe. I don't know. They're all gay. So
Dude, by the way, Canadians have been signing up for my freaking Patreon like crazy.
that
I
proves
got
my
3
point. They're
Canadian-
gay.
I love
Yeah,
Canadians.
Canada might as well be Haiti at this point, except for like it's cold. and
It's
there's
so
probably no
true.
black, there's
Canada-
probably no black.
Wait, why
people
were you
in,
there?
Haiti.
Well, he said yeah for real. Why were you there?
I think we should still invade.
Canada's more like
Canada.
Little India, but
I agree
Okay,
with
so
you,
why?
Canada.
Okay, hold on.
Manifest
Hold
We'll
on.
be good at hockey
Why
finally.
does everybody want to invade Canada? Like I haven't understood this. Like I keep hearing people say that
more of
as
a
like
joke.
a joke.
I want regime
Yeah.
change of Justin Trudeau. So.
Because they're so
Yeah,
fucking
okay.
lame and gay, we might as well
Prime
just
Minister
expand our
Marcos.
country into more beautiful land.
Okay, no.
pretty much
But
it.
Canada's not beautiful land. Like if we're gonna invade anywhere, why
Oh.
don't we invade fucking
That's
Mexico?
not true.
We're
No.
like, dude, it's cold. It's
But
cold up
it's
there.
aesthetically, yeah, I agree. I wouldn't go, but it's aesthetically nice.
Okay, all right.
Dude.
I guess I kind of get that. No, look, if we're gonna make more of America,
over Greenland.
we should make more America where it's nice and warm all year round, and where there are hot women. There are no hot
Okay.
women in Canada. There's probably a lot of trannies up in Canada. I don't know about anywhere else.
Decepticons?
So.
dude,
Yeah,
we were supposed. The
Decepticons.
reason that we don't control Cuba and more of Mexico directly is basically because of Northerners not wanting the Southerners to get more slave states. That's like what it is, because they were all enslaved.
We could have had more
Yeah.
land and more
Yeah.
warm places to live. God damn it.
Right. Seriously, we could
The
have
North,
had Cuba.
dude.
We could have had Cuba as like a second Puerto Rico. That's even better. I was on a cruise through the Caribbean. Okay,
Doesn't count,
Did you
but
actually
okay.
stop there? Like, if I was looking at a cruise and it was like, oh, we're gonna stop in Haiti, I'd get a different cruise. Like, what are you?
The ship came back with just fucking bullet holes on it and graffiti.
Yeah, what are you talking about, dude? I'm not going there. But yeah, Canada should and will be a territory of Minnesota as God intended. Yeah, inshallah, brother.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kyle was on Biting the Bullet. Go check out Kyle on Biting the Bullet. That's Luke and Typo's podcast. And I did just drop today on the audio just dropped, but the video I interviewed an Italian Buddhist. It was a lot of fun. I'm loving the rebrand, interviewing a lot of cool people. Irish nationalist was one of them. And yeah, Minnesota, New Somalia.
That is true, dude. Ilhan
Yes,
Omar
we
came
stopped
from
in
there.
Haiti. I didn't know until the day of. That's crazy. Okay, go ahead, boys.
All right, I'll go first because
Plugs. Fuck. I thought you
because
just
I
said
got
go
that.
ahead, boys. Like, what are you talking about?
That's all right. So, like Luke said, I just did Biting the Bullet. We recorded the episode yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed talking to the guys. We talked about nutrition, red pill, and a little bit of libertarianism, but it was about 2 hours long. So I think you guys will get a lot of good information out there. And I'm pretty sure Typo said at the end of the show, I'm the smartest person he knows. I'm not really. But yeah, you can also find me at Kalmatovic on Twitter. Last name is spelled Matovcik, and Liberty and Health 2 days a week. I did my Sunday coffee right before I recorded with the guys for Biting the Bullet. And then Wednesday night, I'm going to have Made by Jim Bob on my show. He has his own channel where he does a bunch of like mixed panels, and very, very interesting guy. I've enjoyed all the stuff I've heard by him. And I will not be on Cognitive Vigilance on Thursday night. My band practice is moving to Thursdays, so we're going to. We'll see what happens. But obviously, with that, go check out A Common Crown as well. That's all my plugs. Thank you guys so much, and make sure you go check out Biting the Bullet whenever they put the episode out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Adam didn't tell any fun animal facts this show. What a ripoff! I don't even know if you should do plugs now.
You got a quick one in there?
Animal. No, I don't.
What
Not off
about
the top of my head.
shark? Give me one about a shark.
Sharks? They're active. They're the only orcas, the only species to actively hunt sharks.
Really?
There's something. Yeah.
Okay, so
Really? I
do you
didn't
know?
know that either.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
I
Do
do
you
it.
know what? Do you
Well,
know what
other
shark
sharks, obviously, but that doesn't count. I mean, outside of other sharks, orca's the only one to hunt great whites.
Do you know what shark has the sharpest teeth out of all the other shark?
No, but I would assume it's probably like fucking tiger or bull. Probably one of those two.
The cookie cutter shark, it's called.
Oh, really? The little one? They can't even bite you. Or like,
Yeah.
it can, but like that one can't. It's like this.
They're
big.
super small.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I gotta start coming with more animal facts each week. Don't test my autism, Luke. I'll do that. Like I will easily write. That's fine. I do that anyway, so it's not all right. Just put it on the spot. I couldn't think of a new one.
Josh is plugging Canada.
No one wants to take that off the screen. No one wants to plug Canada.
Let's plug Alberta.
Hold on,
and
wait,
the Voice
go-
of Primerica.
My show on the 21st Nazareth is getting moved, so it's gonna be I think a later date. So I'll keep everybody posted. The 28th will be in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. The 12th and 13th of April, Corpus Christi, Texas. 21st, Minnesota, and Duluth, and other local shit along the way. And yeah, that is it. Oh, go
Local
look at Cult
shit
of Us.
on the way. One of those is on the 22nd in Philly, and I will be there filming.
I won't be
Inshallah.
there.
What? Okay, well, I won't be
So,
there then.
maybe
either.
the one after that.
Oh, 21st. Okay. So it looks like we're not doing that, but I'll also be with Adam filming at the Texas one at the
Oh, yeah.
Isis Caucus in Texas in April. Inshallah. Again, I'm working on the travel. Corpus Christi has a small airport, brother.
Well, first of all, they paid for my ticket. Secondly,
Right,
I'm
of course.
flying to Dallas, and then I'm flying to Dallas to Corpus Christi.
Okay, yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna fly to. It doesn't matter. We don't need to say that here. But
Yeah.
yeah, check out freaking all that stuff.
Cult of Us podcast.
Yeah, yeah. Just real quick, Kyle kind of already said it, but we're having Kyle on this week. Biting the Bullet podcast. Check it out. Follow me at the Real Typo on Twitter, and follow Luke. Keep it real, Luke, on Twitter, and that's all.
You
I
guys
got.
should try just plug in one thing every day. Like listen to my podcast with the Italian Buddhist. He was an Italian and he became Buddhist. Go to it right now. It's on YouTube. And then
Sam,
do the
if-
Biting the Bullet.
If I wanted people to convert to neoliberal global homonism, I tell them to listen to your podcast.
Cleveland. We're gonna clip that. All right, later, boys. Later, JC, Jay Forte. Thanks for
Later.
the input today, boys.
See you
That
guys.
was helpful.